Good morning, students. Today's lesson is forests, using and protecting them. Subtopics for today's class: what is forest, location and types of forest. What is forest? Forest means many things to many people, or different things to many people. Some people are afraid of forest, thinking that it is a home of wild animals, snakes, insects, and dangerous places like deep gorges, cliffs, and rocks. Others have no fear and walk around the forest as if it were their home and even play in the forest. To some, forests are sacred places whose deities are worshipped. Yet others, it is a place from where they get raw materials like timber, bamboo, or beedi leaf, or hunt animals and sell them in the market. Yes. How do we define a forest? We define a forest depends on how we look at it. Okay. For example, one easy definition can be a large tract of land covered by trees. While this may be a useful definition, it has several limitations. Okay. Nevertheless, we have to work with the common understanding of what is a forest. Perhaps we can say that most forests have many of these features. First one, a large tract stretching several kilometers in length and breadth. A second one, a tree cover and undergrowth, that is plants, bushes, grasses and creepers, which grows with little interference from human beings. Third point, considerable biodiversity where many kinds of plants and animals live and breed naturally without interference. In India, at least, most forests are inhabited by people who have been living in them by adapting themselves to the conditions of the forest but without changing them too much. Okay, now next is location of the forest. Yes, where do these forests grow? This is difficult question to answer. Several thousands years ago, forests grew almost everywhere where there was soil, sunshine, and rain. Thus, forests did not grow only in the Arctic regions or high up in the snow covered Himalayas or sandy or rocky deserts or on sandy seacoast. Leaving aside such places, forests grew almost everywhere. However, as human beings took to agriculture and living in villages and towns, forests were cut down for agriculture, mines, plantations, industries, etc. Slowly, by the beginning of 20th century, forests were confined to only tracts that were not useful for agriculture, regions that were hilly, swampy, rocky, etc., or which were too cold or far away from population centers retained forest cover. Different kinds of trees. Okay. Classification of forests. Forests can be classified on the basis of different criteria. For example, we can classify them on the basis of how dense or sparse the vegetation is. We can have very dense forest, open scrub forest, and degraded forest, etc. This classification helps us to understand where we have thick forest cover and where it is a degraded situation. Another way of classifying forests is by looking at the type of vegetation that grows in them. Different kinds of trees grow in places which have a particular climate combination of rainfall, temperature, and cycle of dry, wet, and hot months, etc. Example, some trees such as coniferous trees like pine will grow only in very cold climates which also have snowfall. Some trees like teak grow in regions of moderate rain and warm temperatures. The density of trees will also depend upon the nature of rainfall and temperature. Now, the next topic is kinds of forest. We have four kinds of forest to discuss from this lesson: evergreen forest, deciduous forest, thorny forest, and littoral forest. Evergreen forest. Regions which get very high rainfall and also have a very warm climate, such as equatorial regions or regions like Kerala and Andaman in India, have evergreen forest. These are dense forests with a very large varieties of trees, plants, creepers, etc. These forests are always green as the trees shed their old leaves but get new leaves very soon. While one kind of tree shed its leaves, another tree remains green. This is because they get moisture and warmth to grow constantly. So that is why they are called as evergreen forest. Now the second type of forest is deciduous forest. These grow in regions where it rains only for some months and is warm and dry for most of the year. The trees shed their leaves during very dry months, water evaporates through the leaves, and the trees try to conserve moisture by getting rid of the leaves during the dry months. New leaves come with the onset of rain so that the trees can produce food for themselves. Most of the forests of Telangana fall in this category as we get less rainfall. Only for some months, and it is very hot during most of the year. The third type is thorny forest. These forests grow in very dry areas with little rainfall and high temperatures. Most of the trees are thorny here. The common trees are babul, bulusu, regu, sitafal, moduga, neem, etc. In Telangana, they are found in Nalgonda, Mahbubnagar, and some parts of Medak district. Thorny trees have very tiny leaves and thorns which help to conserve water. The forests are also not dense and have open spaces and more undergrowth with fewer trees. The last type of forest is littoral forest, which is grown near the sea coast, and it is also called swampy forest. Okay. So these forests grow mostly on the seacoast, on sandy beaches and marshy lands, and on lands affected by tidal waves. Here, the trees are adapted to salt waters and flow of tidal waves typically submerge these areas for some hours of the day and recede, that is, go back, thus alternating salt water flooding and drying. These are also called mangrove forest. The trees have developed some unique feature to survive in this difficult environment. Some examples of littoral forest are Uppuponna, Bodduponna, Urada Mada, Tellamada, Gundumada, and Kadili and Bella are some typical vegetation of these coastal regions. So, thank you, children. Have a good day.